Today we're going to look at a category page of a high traffic store that is actually a very well-known brand. They're in retail distribution. They sell a lot of stuff called Funko. All right, they make those Funko Pop toys and all those little Gidgets and Gazmo type toys that you kind of see everywhere. They do deals with Star Wars and all kinds of anime shows and all different kinds of things. But they're a very high traffic store. They make a lot of money through their online store. However, their category page is missing the boat, and it's making a lot of the mistakes that almost all other Shopify stores and e-commerce stores and Magento stores and BigCommerce stores make. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hop over to the store right now, and I'm going to show you this page, and I'm going to show you the good and the bad, and then what they could do to improve it so you can make those same improvements on your store. All right, let's hop over to the store. All right, so here we are on the collection page, a collection page for Funko anime Pops. These are Funko Pops, right? So these are these little tiny gizmo gadget type toys, all different shapes, sizes, and all kinds of stuff, right? In this particular category, we're in the anime category, and we're looking at their different selections that they have here. So I'm going to scroll the category page once, all the way to the bottom. You can see they have multiple pages here and different product, and then I'm going to scroll back up. So, okay. Now let's start breaking down the page. Okay, but actually before we break down the page, let's talk about the category page. What's important? So people think that the category page is another opportunity to sell. That's not the case. The category page is the next step from like the home page of a way to allow people to self-select their products faster. When they're on the home page, the idea is to give them opportunities to get off the home page to get one level deeper into finding what they want. Now, when you have a lot of products, the next step down is a category page, okay? And the category page or collection page is where products of a similar type are organized for the viewer to search through and should be set up in a way that allows the viewer to very quickly and easily find what they're looking for, okay? Now, the problem is that category pages, collection pages, they're one and the same, have allowed store owners to get lazy, okay? And they just throw a bunch of products in there and they expect the consumer or the visitor to scroll through and weed through all your products to find what they're looking for, okay? Now, something you need to think about is when you do that, like Funko did here, what you're doing is you're looking at the store through the eyes of the vendor, the seller, trying to sell to the customer. You care about you. Now, the best way to make a store convert is to care about the customer and view the experience through the customer's eyes. When a customer comes to your store, they're browsing. And if you make their shopping experience difficult, tedious, or uncomfortable, or confusing, they're not going to stick around. So when they get to a category page, your job is to make that category experience intuitive and easy for them to self-select and narrow down the product that they're looking for, okay, quickly, so that they can then get off the category page and onto a product page where you have the opportunity to get them to add to cart and potentially buy the product. You don't make money on a category page, okay? The category page is for self-selection to help them narrow down and weed out the stuff they don't want to find the stuff they do want, okay? So if you do a category page like most people do and just throw the products in it or don't sort them out very well or anything like that, you're doing your customers a disservice, and this becomes one of the biggest drop-off points on your site in terms of bounce rates, people leaving, getting frustrated, and whatnot. A category page should actually have a good time on page, good time session, and should have a lot of people interacting and moving off into the funnel deeper or into the buyer's journey deeper, not exiting your site. So let's go ahead and look at this page and let me point out why those things are true and also what they're doing wrong and what they could be doing better, okay? So on this page, we're looking at it, you can see there's multiple products, okay? In fact, there's at least 3 to 4 pages or more of product here, all right? So there's a lot to go through. Now, over on the left, there's categories, fandom, which tells you what it is. So it's a pop is the type of product, it's a fandom, and then the exclusives that are in here. Okay, the thing is that none of these links help me narrow down the selection, okay? For example, these are My Hero Academia, right? That's what these are. Then down here, we have One Piece, which is another one. And then we have Pusheen, I think is how you pronounce it. And then we have Hello Kitty. All right. So let's say, for example, that I am a huge fan of Hello Kitty. Okay. Can I see any Hello Kitty stuff here? Can I use any of the filtering options, which there aren't really any, to find what I'm looking for? No, I have to scroll to the bottom of the page. And luckily, Hello Kitty shows up at the bottom, okay? However, what if Hello Kitty didn't show up on page 1 and I scroll down here and I go, oh, I guess they don't have Hello Kitty, okay? So think about stores that you like to shop at online. Amazon, Wayfair, Best Buy. What do they all have in common? Well, they have amazing filtering options, okay? They have filtering options down the left side of the page, okay? So for an example, filtering should be, and I'll show you a filtering example because it'll make it easier, but filtering is designed to allow the user to self-select or remove things they don't want to see so that the only products that return are products that they do want to see. So let's go over here real quick. Let's just hit Wayfair real quick. All right, and then let's go ahead and get into a product category real quick. We'll go in just randomly into whatever pops up. Okay, so here they have them up here on the top right now. Okay, but that you can filter by size, by color, by pattern, by set, single piece or bet, or by material. So if I'm only interested in 100% cotton duvet colors, I select that. And what does it do? It removes all the products that I'm not interested in, okay? And I can layer my selections. So I'm interested in cotton, but I'm also interested in only things that are blue. So blue and 100% cotton, boom. It's going to eliminate everything that is not what I want, okay? And then if I also only want stuff that fits a king, now it's going to eliminate everything else that's not a king, not blue, and is not 100% cotton. All right, that is the point of filters. They should, and the other important part of a filter is that you can unselect them. So I can either X them out here or whatever. There's a lot of people who put filters on their category page that the only way to unselect or reset the filters is to reload the page or go back to the home page and then go back to the category page. That's terrible. What if I decide, you know what, I don't really want blue? Well, what if you don't have a way to unselect the filter? In this case, I do. I can come over here, I can click no blue, and then I can say, you know what? I really wanted red. And then it's going to pull up everything that's red, okay? These are filters. If you go to Best Buy, it's the same thing. So when it comes to filters, you want to have as many filters as are relevant to your product, okay, or your product type. If weight is important, or size, or material, or things like that. Now, in case of these pops, size they're probably all about the same size. Weight, they're probably all about the same size. But what's one thing we could easily filter by right here? How about by collection or by type, like Hero Academia, One Piece, Pusheen, and Hello Kitty. If you simply had a category here for game or show or whatever or whatever the term would be for Hello Kitty, I could select the Hello Kitty box and everything that's not Hello Kitty would disappear, okay? Or I could select My Hero Academia and the only things that would be left are My Hero. Or in this case, what if we even went a little bit further? What if they weren't really interested in a game, but they wanted to only see girls, like girl toys or girl icons or whatever you want to call these things. So there could be male, female, animal, or male, female, bird, or male, female, cat, male, female, kitty, whatever like that, right? So that you could have some other ones. You don't want to have really random ones that are like green alien with big ears. That's a little bit too severe, right? You only want to have categories that make sense that actually help them filter, okay? And those filters should ideally be right here on the left-hand side, okay? And the kind of filtering you want ideally is checkbox filters that can be unchecked if they don't want it or they change their mind. Because, and maybe color is important. What if I want to find a blue male from My Hero Academia? And let's say there's a lot of them. So if I was able to select that, then this would pop up, okay? Maybe one other one. Maybe this guy too, because there's some blue in his thing. And then I could see just that. Or what if I wanted yellow male. Boom, this guy might show up, and maybe this guy and a couple others that have the color yellow and that they're guys. And the other thing is those filters may not be relevant to the audience. So that's the other thing. The filter needs to actually be relevant to the audience. But what I would say at the very least would be to filter by anime show or anime whatever, like we just said, My Hero Academia, One Piece, Pusheen, and Hello Kitty, and then any other ones. If they simply had those there, it'd make it a lot better because people could then sort what they were looking for and find it faster. Again, if I am only interested in Hello Kitty, then that's what I should be able to find without having to scroll down. Let's go ahead and look at page 2 real quick and see. And then, Full Metal. There's a Full Metal Alchemist. I wouldn't even know that's there. Or Rebby, whatever that is. Dragon Ball. I wouldn't know these are here. Okay, so all of these are categories or filters that should be able to select so that I could find Dragon Ball Z without having to go 2 pages deep. Okay, what if I don't want to go 2 pages deep? Okay, most people don't. All right, now speaking of pages, this is called pagination, right? Where they actually click from page to page. Guys, we do a lot of testing, all right? We've accumulated over $400 million worth of test results on e-commerce stores, all with significant valuation, as also from wins and losses and everything. We have over 40 people on our team who do nothing but run split tests and optimization tests on over 30 of the biggest e-commerce stores out there in the market. Plus, we have over 600 stores in our beta and business accelerator program at any one time that are also running and using our test data to run further tests, and we're collecting all of that. So when I give you this information, it's because we actually know what's working, all right? So the pagination tests, is inferior to a load more button. So you've been on a site where instead of pages, it loads the first few images, like basically 1 page worth of images, and then it says load more or view more. And then it loads the next page and the next page and kind of like an ongoing infinite page. Now this is much preferred to loading all products at once. That becomes overwhelming. But if they go down, they start here, they scroll down, and they're still interested, and they click a view more or a load more button, and it loads the next set of images. That outperforms 100% better than regular pagination. Okay, so that's something that else should be on all category pages. Okay, now that we're down here at the bottom, look, there's a sold out product here. And there's one up here too. Sold out products. On category pages, sold out products should never show up in the listings. If you do want them to show up, they should show up at the very end of all saleable list items that are all available. They should never show up before things that are actually in stock. Okay? So this is simple to code into your collections, but sold out items, if you want them to show, they should show out at the end. Okay, at the very last page. Or in our preference, we don't show them up at all. Okay, we have them suppressed if they're out of stock. Now, we talked about filters, we talked about that. Now the other thing, let's look, there have 4 across. Okay, we have learned again through testing that 3 across on a desktop view is maximal for any type of multi-product display. Okay, 3 products across allows for slightly bigger product images, more text, and it's a little bit easier to view. Now on mobile, it should be potentially 2 across, or if your products are heavily detailed, 1 across. So 2 across on mobile might not be able to see the image very well on this to really see the detail on this guy's mask or whatever. So maybe 1 across works better on mobile. But when it comes to desktop, it's never lost in any test. 3 across is always the winner. So this 4 across is not ideal, okay? And I may seem like I'm picking on little things here. All of these different things add up. You've probably heard the term that many different streams make a river. Same thing here. Every little thing we're doing adds adds little bits that creates massive results. And some of these lifts can actually make a huge, huge difference to your conversions and your profit and your revenue with just that one little tweak. But if you add them all together, it gets pretty impressive. Okay, continuing on. So we've said 3 across. Now the other thing is they have this sort by functionality up here on the top. This is pretty standard on almost all stores. Okay, they all have it. Featured, best-selling, alphabetical, A to Z, Z to A, price low to high. These are generic. Now, ideally, if there are any sort by functionalities that are unique to your products that would make sense, then you want to do that. So like, let's say weight was important. You could have a sort by weight, lowest to highest, highest to lowest. Okay, or if price is already in there, but if there was something else that was important based on that, like weight, you could do that. All right. Now, their default is set to featured. Okay. Again, lots and lots of testing. There's every store has a custom view combination that through testing you can figure out what makes the best, and that's typically the first 2 to 3 best-selling products from every different filter option. However, that has to be custom coded. So in that case, the next default that you can use is that you should be filtering by best selling. Your default collection should filter by best selling because, again, it puts your best selling and best foot forward, highest likelihood of making a sale. And if you sort by best selling and then also have filtering options, then it's going to always put your best foot forward no matter what selection that they do. If they select Dragon Ball Z, it's still going to filter by best selling all Dragon Ball Z products, so the best selling Dragon Ball Z products will show up first. Okay? So that's where it should go. Now also, look, the number 2 product in your list, and the number 6 product in your list are both sold out. 2 out of the 8 above the fold are sold out. These should not even show up, guys. They should be suppressed. Additionally, at this point in the buying process, the buyer's journey, the visitor is still browsing. They're not shopping. So they're not ready to add to cart. This should say view product, view item, view more, learn more, something like that, because they need the detail of the product, right? They got to click in here and see what it is. If they want to change their quantity, whatever else, they need to be able to do this, okay? They don't want to add to cart straight from the product page, okay? Now, just because your theme offers that functionality doesn't make it good, okay? So there's that, all right? And then we've got the best selling, and then, again, the pagination needs to go. Now, one other thing that's missing from here and also hidden on the site is a search functionality. They do have a little search bar up here at the top that you have to click to drop down a search bar. But again, think about Amazon. Do you have to hunt around to find the search bar? No, it's premeditated because your search traffic is worth 3 to 4 times any other visitor on your site. So if you can encourage a visitor to search and they purchase, they're typically worth 3 to 4 times more than any other traffic. Now, on a category page especially, but also site-wide if you have a lot of products, your search bar should display like this, a box with a search button above the fold, visible, especially on a category page. What if they're filtering, they just can't find what they want? Then give them an option to search, okay? We think search bars should be prevalent site-wide. It should not just be on selective pages, but at the very least, should definitely be on category pages when there's lots of products to wade through in case the filtering options don't work. All right, guys, if you enjoyed this video, you liked what I'm teaching you about optimization, then make sure you watch these 2 here because these are going to take you even further along the optimization journey to dial in your stores. Also, click the button below to subscribe and the little bell icon to make sure that you get notified when we release a new video. See ya.